In 1990, this game released. Digger T. Digger. Rock T. Digger. Digger T. Rock. God damn it. As soon as I saw the thumbnail, bro, why did I make that? So cursed. I know I have a theme. Right? Two hot chicks and then the game in the middle. I don't know why it did this. Why did I have to give Mario tits? Why did I have to get Sonic tits? Oh, man, my search history for those images is ruined forever. But the reason I brought the Mario and Sonic in, because Mario was kind of running strong at this time period, and Rare was just a studio that had barely made anything. This is pre them making Donkey Kong. They just branded themselves as Rare, and this came out a year before Sonic, which would kind of revitalize the scene, kind of build the Mario versus Sonic lore. And when I think of great platformers, my mind goes to Sonic and Mario every time. It doesn't go to Digger T. Rock. I mean, I didn't even know what this game was when I turned on Rare Replay. I'm like, what even is this? And at the time, people said this game kind of looked cruddy. Considering 1 year later Sonic came out, and you look at the difference between Sonic and this, it's night and day. And normally when people talk about like graphics of a time and you go far enough back, it's hard to tell how good the graphics were, when everything kind of looked like pixelated garbage. But I mean, comparing this to Sonic, it's not even close. And I mean, even Mario games at the time were fucking killing it. So this game looks like it should have been out on the NES, but I think it came out on like whatever one's between the NES and the N64. I'm not really sure what was going on in 1990, and that's a lot more research that I wanted to do for a game that I only played like 3 hours of. Or I don't even think I played it for 3 hours. It was like 2. I don't know. These platformers I'll get lost in for a while and then I'll just give up on because they're not for me. But obviously this game did something at a time that caught Nintendo's attention because they started working pretty heavily with Nintendo from this moment forward. I mean, they did a few things in between, but after a while, Nintendo started tapping them on the shoulder, said, hey, let's go do some Donkey Kong Jr. and some bullshit fucking more monkey games or whatever. And it's kind of crazy to think that this is where it started. I mean, this game, the big thing that a reason I don't think we have any more Digger T. Rock games anymore is because the really main thing that pushed Sonic and Mario into the forefront is when you jumped into those games, you had this great world that you could latch onto that felt like it was just bleeding with lore and charm. When I play this, I just see crappy rocks. I don't know, I couldn't, there's nothing in this game that really to sink your teeth into. Yes, the gameplay is fun, and it's a fantastic loop, but it's just basic. When it comes to atmosphere and enemy design and world building, this game just doesn't really give you anything. It's just too basic to grab onto. Now, the level design is fantastic. I mean, I died a bunch because I'm terrible. I'm absolutely god-awful at side-scrollers. It's something I will always be bad at. It's something I don't enjoy that much. I enjoy them enough to put them in and play them for like a couple hours and then move on. It's something I will forget about. I don't go out of my way to buy these type of games. It's not the era that I have nostalgia for. I grew up playing Halo and the old Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 1 games for original Xbox in the PlayStation 2 era. So when I go back to games like this, for me, there's nothing to bite into. But I know I can jump into Mario or jump into Sonic because, like, I had cousins that had these old systems that I would play these on. And there was something that just bright and colorful and happy about those worlds. When I look at this game, I just see fucking rocks. And that's not enough to get my rocks off, baby. I need, like, shiny trees and shit. That's why I put Mario on the cover with tits. That's why I gave Sonic tits. It's because their world had juicy mama milkers. They had stuff that I wanted to get on and suck on, just... Ooh, good job, Sonic game. I like this world. Oh, look at Loop-de-Loop. Ooh, Mario. Ooh, those are some nice little toads you're jumping on. I like that type of shit. When I play this game, it's just kind of dull. I mean, it sucks because, like I said, the different items, the level design, it keeps you wanting to push forward. But when you're just traversing into rock after rock, it's really not that interesting of a world to grab you and suck you in. I mean, if I was standing in a line, dude, it was just like... like 3 supermodels and then me. I got some riz and I'm decent looking, but I'm a little overweight, so they're gonna go for the supermodels. Even though I have like probably a better sense of humor than the other guys and probably really good, my level design's fucking top notch. They have abs. I have a gut. And it sucks for me to kind of be poo-pooing on this game because, like, I look at this after playing Attic Attack, right? And I think, wow, Attic Attack really had some cool stuff going for it. Even though it was very basic, very by the numbers for the time period, arcade quarter eating machine, it still, I felt like it had like the early ideas of almost a Zelda-like game. It had like a dungeon crawler aspect, and as tedious and annoying as it was, I saw something there. This just feels like a run-of-the-mill platformer where you can dig is the gimmick. It doesn't feel like it's trying to change the industry. It feels like it's just trying to be noticed. And yeah, I noticed it because I have it in rare replay, but for really of that time period, if you were going to set these two games in front of somebody right now, Mario, or three games, you got Sega Sonic, Mario, and Digger T Rock, nobody gives a shit about this game. I mean, yeah, it had its place in time, and I'm sure 10 years from now, there's going to be games that have come out in this era that nobody gave an absolute flying fiddly fuck about. I mean, one game I can think of in particular that it's sad to me that it's going to probably die in obscurity, but it's the Terminator Resistance game. I think it's the best Terminator game ever made, but it didn't really make the waves it needed to make, and the critics fucking made everybody think that it was a broken game. So, yeah, it's probably 10 years from now, people are like, gonna stumble upon it and be like, oh wow, the level design, is it the best looking game for this time period? No, but the level design's really good. I mean, actually, I feel like that's an unfair comparison because 10 years from now, I feel like people will still play Terminator Resistance and be like, this is actually a pretty fucking dope game. This one, it's not that dope. It's not that dope. It just kind of exists. It exists and it feels like a copy of other things of that time period, but like a competent copy with a gimmick where you dig holes. I mean, the music slaps. I gotta give it that. If there's one thing that slaps some clitoris in this game, slaps some true clitoridry, is the music. The bum 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 bum. I don't know. I really like what Rare was going for there. And you can see the early designs of like a cute Rare character. But at the same time, I feel like everything at this time period had that cute thing. So I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you played this game? Are you like an avid Digger T Rock fan? Do you have Digger T Rock t-shirts? Do you watch Digger T Rock porn? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're a fan of Digger T Rock Rule 34 or what. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I mean, let's push those subscriber numbers up because I got some big projects up ahead of you. I got some big game reviews. This is just kind of one that I spent some time with and I wanted to kind of get out there. I mean, it was fun for what I played it. Is it something that I will remember in 10 days or 2 days probably? No, it's going to be forgotten in like 5 seconds. But I thought it was interesting enough that this is the game that kind of speared Rare into the direction that they ended up going. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, I love you. Quit trying to suck your own penises.